No intro needed. Let's jump right into it. We're going to go ahead and break down all the insane value right here. We're going to build a slip starting with the PrizePicks taco right now. It's going to be Christian Javier and Sonny Gray over 6.5 pitching strikeouts. We're going to go with CEO and Adi here from this League of Legends matchup because they are positively correlated. We're going to break down why here in just a second. So let's get CEO in here over 6. And we're going to go ahead and pair that with Adi. As you can see, insane middling opportunities. Again, we're just trying to get this in for the live stream. Adi over insane jerseys as well. Over 2.5 here. Over 1 to 2 map kills. And then who are they playing, Dustin? Who are they playing?
They're playing Gam right there. Under Slater and
under Slater and
Kaya.
Under Kaya. We're going right into it. Get this in ASAP. Kaya.
Let's go, baby.
Kaya, you had that ready to go. I know you did. You loser.
Yeah, I literally just entered it while we were waiting because I was going to do exactly what you just did. Skip the intro. Let's get this in first, and then we can intro later.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I can tell you right now, people are about to be so mad with the slip, but I don't care. Guys, get this in ASAP. Pair this with the taco. This is probably the most optimal pairing. Over.
Ashton says, dang, I just woke up an hour ago. You're going faster than my brain can think.
Oh, no. Did CEO just get bumped? He did.
Did it.
Adi, it's fine. Still take the 7. I'll explain. He's got bumped again. Adi got bumped.
Myru's still at 5, I think. Myru's still at 5. Nope, Myru's the 6. Maybe they were able to get it.
I tried. I literally rewind the tape. I went as fast as I could.
You did.
I went as fast as I could.
Yeah.
All right, let's try to get. I haven't been able to get this in, so I'm going to go ahead and get in Slater and Kaya unders. That's still positively correlated. Have they been bumped yet?
Let's see.
And then Bong still plays for these guys. Has he been bumped yet?
Slater has not been bumped.
Okay.
And
Bong. Oh, this might be good. Bong over.
Kaya has not been bumped.
Miryu. Oh, you can just switch it to Bong and Miryu.
Miryu got bumped from 5 to 6, but still solid play.
I see 5.
Oh, then maybe they bumped it back down.
No, you're right. He got these are all getting bumped left and right. You fuck. Anyway, if you guys were able to get this in, I would still take advantage of the Slater and Kyria under. And do you know what? Like, these are such large discrepancies. I'm curious to see what they post in backup. I would be comfortable in taking the bump lines for now. Let's do this. Let's do this strategy. You ready? You ready for this stream? Get in the slip now with CEO and Adi, even though it's after the bumps, right? Because they're still so heavily correlated. And then we're going to use that 5-minute time frame to see what they got bumped to. In comparison to... Oh, I forgot I can only... I just tried putting $100 on this and it yelled at me. I want to see what Hot Streak is doing too. I want to see how this market shifts. So the reason that we middle these too is obviously to grab that middling opportunity, but we also like to see where the market shifts. And we like to keep hammering both sides until we see what side is hammered more often. If you guys are Hot Streak users, switch over to and enter these on Hot Streak. Obviously, don't correlate these together because they nerf the payouts. They're dynamic payouts. So, like, for instance, I would take the under on CEO on Hot Streak, and I would pair that with, like, a person that's not in the same game. So, like, Junjua over 5.5? Under 5.5, sorry. Under 5.5. That's what I would do over there. So, like, I'm going to do that now. The way I would play that in Hot Streak is go CEO. And I would hit this. He actually got bumped down to 9.5. That's still fine.
You don't want to play it in the same game?
You can't because it nerfs the payouts.
On Hot Streak it does?
Yes. Drastically.
Ooh.
Drastically, actually. Mm-hmm.
But I thought that they...
Sorry, hit the under 5.5 for Junji. I'm sorry. My brain's all effed up now. Projection has changed. Barely. Yeah. What's up? What's up? What'd you say, Dustin?
No, I was just saying I thought that they were saying that there isn't any payout shifts for correlation over there.
No.
But,
nope.
Yeah.
I think what they say is that they still pay out for correlation, but they still nerf it completely. And I actually backward engineered this yesterday for NFL to see like what kind of fell through the cracks in terms of the correlation. There's like a couple correlated plays that you can do that aren't nerfed, but like if you pair like for instance passing yards with over receiving yards, it's the exact same thing as like a same game parlay. I think it's like not as aggressive, but it's still nerfed completely.
Right.
So what I've been doing is just taking non-correlated plays. I mean, there's still a ton of really good plays. This has to be updated on Hot Streak, but yeah, like CEO. Adi still look fantastic at their current lines at 7 and 3. This gap still hasn't closed. I would still play these 1,000%. Let's go ahead and just build a slip now without the taco because the taco has already been used. Dustin?
Yep.
For anybody who hasn't like overexposed yourselves to these plays, Miro I haven't played, for instance. I would go ahead and still play that. And I'll explain the correlation here in a second. Bong over 4. Yeah, if you got those opening lines, I mean, like, there's nothing else you can do. If you miss those middles, like, it is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
You live with it. You got to play these.
Over 6.
What's that?
I was saying Miru over 6.
Yeah, Miru over 6. Sorry, I'm not talking because the screen sees it. I mean, the stream sees my screen. Junjia over 5.5 kills. Looks great because it's heavily juiced on Hot Streak. There's no middling there, obviously, but the juice itself, they're punishing you like crazy on Hot Streak. Do we have any more correlation with Team Wales? So Glory? Like, Glory's at 4, right? So do we have another teammate there?
I haven't seen one. I think Glory was the only one I had seen earlier today, which
really?
I believe that's been flipping back and forth between 4 and 4.5 there on PrizePicks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yeah, we were bumping that thing all over the place on the stream earlier. Team Mills, yeah, you're right. Only Glory. That's odd. I would take Glory, and then we can pair one more here. Let's just take Patrick Queen. Sure.
Patrick Queen, yeah, that's actually getting better and better.
Is it? Yeah, let's do.
Yeah, I've seen it earlier this morning. It's got some more book backing, and it looks like some of the odds jumped up just slightly, but still a good play.
I like that. They're all overs. Yep, and you get that positive correlation with Miro, Bong. Junji is off. Obviously, Glory's off. Yeah. So we'll talk about the correlation from these players in a second. I'm on hot streak. What am I doing? But yeah, I mean, like League of Legends correlation. Do you want to talk about the correlation real quick for League of Legends, Dustin?
Yeah,
while I'm multitasking.
Go for it. Yeah. So yeah, what we're doing here is we're taking multiple overs in the same game against another team. So they're going up against each other, where we're taking the unders, right? So we're looking for Movie Star R7. Let's just call them R7.
Movie Star Riders. I think that's their name.
To go ahead and hopefully win this game, or at least get more kills, thus keeping Slater and Kaya, who we had in our original slip, under, right? So positive correlation, taking the multiple overs on the same team or multiple unders on the same team. We got double our bang for our buck because we got it in the same game now, right? So even if let's just say GAM Esports wasn't there, even if we just took CEO and Audi in a slip along with three other plus EV plays, that's still good positive correlation taking those multiple overs on the same team. That's how it works in League of Legends. Multiple overs or multiple unders, depending on, what's plus EV and kind of this middling opportunity here.
1,000%. Very well said. So, like, for instance, if you guys were able to get that CEO line, it was at 6. Audi was at 2.5. Slater and Kyria. Another thing that people don't... Well, I'm going to look up the game odds real quick. And a lot of people don't understand. Like, for instance, I'm assuming Gamut, is that their name? I'm assuming they're favorites in this matchup. Let's talk about why we're taking their unders here. After I look at the odds, I just want to make sure that that's true. League.
Almost every time you see them with the higher kills, it's going to be some type of favorite. But yeah, let's check it.
Generally, I'd be surprised if this was a close matchup because these are so skewed. League of Legends betting lines. I'm pulling up. I think Bavada usually has them. I just want to explain to you guys why this is. Yeah. Let's see. GAM. Yeah, so they're actually not as highly favored as I thought they would be, but they're minus 240, which again is a pretty decent favorite. But I expect them to be like a minus 500 given their lines, which is actually it bodes even better for us. So imagine. All right. So let's back it up here. The reason that these lines are so aggressive, again, the PrizePicks projections, the Underdog projections, the Hot Streak projections are all taking this into consideration. Because Gamut is favored, let's set their projections higher. Because R7 is an underdog, let's set their projections lower overall. And again, there's a lot more things baked into their model, but long story short, that's usually how it's done. But our job as sharp sports bettors is to find out, hey, are they overcompensating for them being a favorite, or maybe they're adjusting their lines a little bit too more on the aggressive side, or vice versa? The underdogs, are they too soft based on the matchup, right? And given the player prop availability of these data points, we're saying, hey, like Movie Star Rider, this, according to Hot Streak, like this should be a lot more aggressive, like overall for their projections. So knowing that these matchups are already being baked into these lines, we're now taking advantage of these discrepancies, basically after the market settles, right? And then we're coming, over the top here and then taking advantage of these after that fact. So because Gamut is favored doesn't mean you should hit the overs, right? Because Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are favored against the Broncos doesn't mean you should hit all the overs for his passing yards and receiving yards. What if his projection was set to 350? What if it was set to 400 passing yards? Like, he rarely hits that mark, right? Same thing can be said for League of Legends. Like, all of it goes hand in hand with the betting odds. So to make that very clear, and I know we got a lot of questions about that in the last live stream for whenever we talked about League of Legends middles. Yeah, but that team is favored, man. Like, why are you hitting the unders on these guys? Well, they're overcompensating for them being favorited. according to the market knowledge. Does that make sense, Dustin? Did I explain that correctly? Or
Sorry, I tuned out just towards the very end, but
this guy's not
yes.
paying attention.
No, chat. I was reading chat. They're
Okay.
saying that they can't see anything on your screen.
What?
But I don't see that it's blurry. I'm looking at the stream and I don't see that it's blurry. So maybe it might be one or two of you guys. Maybe refresh.
What are you guys talking about?
But no, Matt, you did a very good job explaining it. And what I find weird about this is Hot Streak was basically
Favoring the other
on
lines.
The side, on the side that, who's quote unquote the underdog here. But what's great about this and middling it and taking it on both is it's kind of clear. And now we haven't seen any Hot Streak lines actually get bumped down, I don't believe just yet. But I would be very surprised if we don't start see them coming towards.
They did some of them, but we just have to refresh. But it's but it's only like a kill or two. Yeah. So for instance, I took CEO is showing 10.5 on the Opta right now. It's 9.5 now. Jungia.
Okay, so then it's doing exactly what we preach, man. Both of these apps, right? That set these lines independently. You see Hot Streak moving towards what would be the middle between CEO's, 6, and Hot Streak had it at 10.5, and they're moving towards the middle at 9.5 now. So that's what we say. If you have two apps like this that are so far off, it's very often that maybe the middle is the most accurate projection, right? Both these lines set lines independently, are good at setting lines, and if they're both so far off, it's safe to assume that the middle is going to be the most accurate projection. And when you get, 5 kills in League of Legends, that's a really, really good opportunity to be profitable on two apps. So you want to be middling these.
Yeah, and I actually see the lines closing pretty aggressively here in the middle. So there's two aspects to these lines. There's the opening lines where the lines makers actually set their projections, and then there's the closing line value where these sharp sports bettors are hammering each side of the line, where they're taking their own projections, they're taking their own knowledge, whatever the case may be, and they're hammering both sides of these lines. And then there's our line shoppers like ourselves, right? So all of these things are shaping these lines to get to the point where, hey, like we're determining what the accurate projection is here, and if there's enough value to still be taking advantage of this. Well, anyway, long story short, what you said is exactly right. I think we pretty much identified all this value here at the top for League. And honestly, we're starting to run dry again. So these are now closing. This Miro, I think, I'm looking at Hot Streak now to get a real-time sense of how these are closing. The Miro is down to 8.5 now. So Miro is set to 6 on PrizePicks. That's still a 2-kill discrepancy. That's still a fantastic number to hit. I would take the under on Hot Streak still. 2 kills, huge in League of Legends. I mean, if these guys are projected to finish at 10.5, 7, 3... 5.5 kills, like 1 kill is going to make all the difference, right? So you're playing that game to land in the middle. I just took both sides of the Hot Streak lines myself, so I'm not going to overexpose. But if you guys don't have Hot Streak, feel free to do so. Take advantage of their very soft lines.
Now, I know we're kind of running dry, and we've kind of talked through all these League of Legends plays on PrizePicks. I wanted to mention there's a bunch of promos going on, guys, besides just PrizePicks right now. Parlay Play's got a free square. Matt, I know I tuned in for just a second on your live stream and seen you kind of talking about that and wasn't quite sure what to do, but they have a free square there. Underdogs, everybody's got a boosted payout, I think, maybe besides you, Matt.
Yeah, I know the deal is there.
Yeah, I think that happened to me once as well. But funny enough, if I copy my boosted payout and you click the link and add it to yours, you will probably get it. I think that TJ had to do that with me one day.
Really?
Yeah, so we can try it. Underdog has a boosted payout. Different player depending on your account, I guess. Probably play free square, and then Jock Market actually. I know you talked about their changed payouts, but they actually just dropped a flash sale. For the next 2 hours on Patrick Mahomes. Sorry, that's the next 2 days. So I guess up until game time.
They did. Look at that.
Patrick Mahomes, over 240.5 pass yards, down from 270. And then, Matt, I don't think we noticed this, but over the last few days, I've been tuning in, and I happened to see Jock Market tweet something. They're doing a daily discount now.
Yes, they are.
Where every single hour they are giving you a new prop that's discounted by 5%. And I think you can only play it once a day. Whenever you choose
slide
it.
the line.
Yeah, I believe it's only once a day. That wasn't in the fine print that they tweeted, but yeah, right now, like Hopkins is discounted 3 yards. DeAndre Hopkins is discounted 3 yards. So you can wait and see if you find a better one that you like better. But nonetheless, they're giving out discounts every hour right now for the daily discounts.
That's a
flash
great
sale. Gotta love that.
That's a great talking point. If you haven't used code DGF, by the way, use that code now, or Dustin. I'll do a quick plug, or code Dustin on JockMark if you guys want to help Dustin out. So real quick, yeah, some of these promos are good and some are not so great. So let's take a look here at this DeAndre Hopkins. You guys have to be pretty careful because these sports books also do this quite often, where they'll do like a boosted payout for DraftKings, some kind of discount. Like DeAndre Hopkins 3 yards looks good on the surface, but like in reality, the amount of yards that Hopkins can get in a game can be anywhere from, as you guys know, like 200 yards. He can end up with 10 yards. Mm-hmm. But 3 yards is not going to move the needle enough, 3.5 yards to be exact, because as you guys can see here, the entire sportsbook industry has set his line, his near even line, to 59.5, with that juice pretty much favoring slightly the over here. So we're looking at like a 3 to 5 yard discount for DeAndre Hopkins himself. That doesn't move the needle enough, which is what our optimizer takes into consideration. So that promo in itself, again, you just have to be consistently refreshing the optimizer to see if it's worth it. Dustin, great job at describing that discount structure here for Jock Market. But for this specific one, I would avoid for DeAndre Hopkins, unless of course you're including him in a correlated slip. Then we have to, of course, reevaluate.
Yeah,
but
that's a great point there as well. I mean, that the fact that you can use it to your advantage in that way as well, even if it's not as good, because and a correlated slip, that's still going to be better than taking his over 59. So I like your thought.
Hold the phone, Jack. We got to switch over to Jock Market. Speaking of the devil, we have Brandon Fat. That's what we called him last time. He is Brandon Fat. That's what he is. He is looking fantastic there for that under 13.5 pitching outs. That's in between the 4th and 5th inning. So that makes sense. That's almost a direct line comparison to the sports books. They're setting their underlines to 12.5. Is he still there? Tell me that line is still here.
Yeah, I think he's still there.
Holy cow. Get this in with Evaldi over pitching outs?
Yep.
Or should I just do that with Patrick Mahomes?
I was going to do both.
All right, whatever. I'm going to try Patrick Mahomes first. I'm going to get this in.
Do a 3-man.
I'm going to try Lewis under HRR as well for a 3-man. So my slip is going to be Fat under 13.5 pitching outs, Patrick Mahomes over the free square, or not free square, but 240.5 passing yards. Then Lewis under 2 HRR. Can you place 20 on that? Yeah, I got that in.
You did Fat under, right? Just making sure.
Yes, I said under, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, under.
I thought you said over, but I want to make sure you got the under.
I don't know what's...
So yeah, and if you guys don't know, you can actually split up your Jock Market flash sales as well. So you don't have to do all on one. I know some apps, you only get it one time depending on how much you play it and such. But yeah, you could split it up too if you didn't want to do all on one.
Fat's still there. I'm double dipping here. I'm going 13.5 under. I use my Patrick Mahomes over 240. I'm going to pair Fat with Evaldi.
Yeah.
Oh, did they remove him?
Yeah. What I did end up doing myself was I went ahead and did Evaldi and Fat with Patrick Mahomes on one, and then the other half of it I just did Patrick Mahomes and Fat. So I did kind of double dip.
That's hilarious.
I would
What's
love
his
to know
actual
how
name?
Actually,
yeah. Can we actually watch the game? Act like we know what we're talking about.
Lance Lynn actually just popped up now
on Jock Market.
Lance Lynn under 12.5 pitching outs, -120 at 11.5.
Holy cow!
DraftKings. So we don't have as much book backing there as we do it with Fat, but still.
No, we do. They just loaded. It's a great play.
Oh, you're right. Yep. Wow, that's funny. As soon as it was literally half a second refresh that I probably missed out on those other books loading.
They removed them. All right, good job though. That was really good. That Fat play is fantastic. Again, not saying it's going to hit the under. I'm saying that the chances are greater than not, given the value, given the price tag that they're associating with this 12.5 line, actually. So 12.5 across the sports books, you get a full pitching out discrepancy. If he's getting railed in the middle of that inning, that could make the difference, right?
That'd be something if he was
getting railed
in the middle of the inning.
If he ended at 13.
That'd be crazy.
At 13, like obviously that's going to move the needle. That's going to change the the result here. So yeah, that's a great play. Wow. Great value plays here on Jock Market. I say we switch back.
Look at the timing on that, baby. I love that.
Yeah, that was great. Still the same plays here over on PrizePicks. Again, if you guys are tuning in for the first time, ton of value, ton of middling opportunities, more so on, just between Hot Streak and PrizePicks, nothing else specifically. But if you haven't taken advantage of this value, Hot Streak, fantastic place to middle at right now. I've already taken all these plays, so I won't double dip. But on PrizePicks, positive correlation between pairing 2 overs from Movie Star Writer and then pairing the 2 unders from Gamut Sports. Gamut Sports, I mean, those projections were super aggressive.
CEO's moved to 8.
Is he now?
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to keep getting bumped, so that's good.
Audi 3.5.
Yeah, we got him at 2.5. One thing
I do want to mention, I got a bone to pick with Chad. 178 people in here watching, not liking, because we only have 22 likes. Hit the like button, people. It really does help us out. We do appreciate it when you guys tap that little button. It helps us out. It goes a long way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sure. Yep. It sure does. Also, guys, if you don't have your notifications on, you guys have been crushing it with the YouTube views. You guys have been showing up to all the YouTube videos that we posted 2 correlated slip videos earlier today. If you guys want to show up for that, we also had Dustin. I was about to call you DJ. Dustin posted one specifically for tonight. I didn't even know there was a college football game tonight, but there is. Coastal Carolina and who else?
Coastal Carolina and Appalachian State.
Yeah, that's going to be a banger. So we have a correlation slip for you guys on UD and PrizePicks. Did you post both of them?
No. I just did the UD one, but I did build out another PrizePicks slip in there as well. So
nice
prize slip in there.
So yeah, guys, if you want to show some love on those YouTube videos, it does help. You want to switch to UD real quick?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, let's do it. We can come back to that.
What are you looking at?
I was just looking at parlay play. I mean, we have maybe some slight correlation we could possibly get in with that Carlos Correa Altuve play, but I'm now thinking about their changed payouts.
Yeah, they're I'm gonna be honest with the chat here. Payouts are not good. They're not good. It's just that given the amount of value that they offer, they're not good in comparison to the app. So, like, if you're only going to give us 54.84% as your highest, like you got to give us something, man. Like if you guys go to the filter here and you select the non-insured, it's literally one play that qualifies. I was talking Dustin in my stream earlier. If I'm going to be limited this much in terms of value for parlay play, I might just play correlated slips going forward, which sucks because it quite literally was our most favorite app to play.
Right. So like, I'm just thinking about the free square that we have. So if you want to use the free square and you do have access to the correlation tool, that's something you could maybe do and go get in with a correlated slip from there, like he was just mentioning.
Yeah, does fat suck? 13.5 pitching outs. You almost have to get like obliterated like early on to not last that long.
Yeah, playoffs a little different. You know, they're if somebody's getting rocked, they ain't gonna chance it type of thing. But yeah, they like bullpen. They ain't scared to go to the bullpen if somebody's getting rocked because they don't want it to get too big of a lead. Regular season, it's like could be whatever. But I hope he sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I hope so too. I say we switch over to UD because I know UD is the second most popular app in here. Do you still have your promo?
I do, and that's what I would love to help you.
Help me, yeah. Help the stream.
Yeah. So I have Jose Altuve, and I had put out a tweet earlier today, and I haven't checked back in on Jose Altuve. I was tweeting about how I was going to wait a little bit closer and let some money come in and see if any sharp bettors are favoring his over under.
Holy
because when I first checked it, there was literally
there's no edge.
Yeah, it was like basically 50-50. There was one book that had the slightest bit of So now it's like the over in the slightest bit. I think it's one book. No, I guess one book has the over, one book has the under slightly favored. So the over right now, as it stands, is the best play, but it's like 50-50 at that point.
Hey, Robin, I didn't get anything, so lucky you got Santander. I mean, that's good for you. Like,
let's see if I can go ahead and get you mine because I'll put it in the chat and you can try and copy it.
Another thing with baseball, if it's really this much of a coin flip, literally 50-50, Dustin, I would wait till our lineup's posted yet for this game. I feel like they're confirmed earlier than normal. for playoffs?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's playing like. 100%.
Oh, I know he is, but like, does the lineup, does his position in the lineup change? I guess is my question.
I guess
Because that could change weather, right? Leading up.
Yeah, I guess you could see if he's leading off like he typically is. But I think it's pretty safe as far as him. He's going to be at the top of the lineup in general.
Well, then crap. Well, then that barely presents an edge. The good news is that this is treated as a plus 100 for if you put a 2-man power in for Underdog. So you're getting still a gigantic edge here on whatever other leg. Hopefully you take a profitable one. You can take any of these top plays, Dustin, and it still make complete sense to play either side of that Altuve line, and it present pretty good value for you. So that's the good news.
I am shocked they have not bumped this Eduard Julian play.
I took him a while ago.
2.5 off. So did I. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna have to just go ahead and double down on this myself. I mean, look at Fat right there at 12. Still a good play here on UD, but we got it at 13.5. That's insane.
That's wild. Yeah, I mean, look, it's like heavily favored on the under too. Caesars, dude, they're like, whew, this guy's going under. We're not paying you anything.
Pinnacle's up there. So I think I'm just going to double down and take Eduardo Julian, since it is going to be a 2-pick as the most optimal. I guess the game actually starts at 4 something, so I don't want to forget about it. I'm just going to go ahead and get it in.
That's usually my mindset too.
I'm
like, do you know what? Screw this.
Payouts. Yeah, I've done it way too much with the boost payout. Hey, and you know what? A little bit of game stack, a lot of offense in the Houston and Minnesota game. I guess. Screw it.
Yeah, one thing I often do. I don't know about you guys. I swear in my life, like 90% of the time, I forget to use my stupid slide the line promo. It's not stupid. It's a great promo. Slide the line promo, because you're giving yourself an organic edge on parlay play. You're allowed to use that thing once a day, which is insane. It's a great promo.
I take advantage of that a lot.
Yeah, I wish I remembered, and I wish I didn't.
Now, Matt, if pull up the chat on your phone or whatever and try and click the link I just sent and try to get that in. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't have one showing up on my account at one point, and TJ sent the link in there with his boosted.
Where'd you send it?
I was able to go ahead and in the chat.
In our Discord chat?
No, silly. The regular YouTube chat.
YouTube chat. You're gonna make me go to YouTube. Okay.
Well, I mean, hey, look, I could send it in our Discord. There, bang. It's to you in Discord. I'm just used to not being able to pull up Discord when I'm hosting, so I didn't think
that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to update my app. That might have something to do with it.
Well, hey, that could be it. So a 2-man is the most optimal slip type for this exact.
It did work.
Hey, let's go, baby. Hacks. I got the hacks.
No, it got rid of it. Dustin, I went to go place it and it just removed it.
What?
Underdog, do you know what I have to say to you? Because I'm making money off you does not mean you should just limit me in the amount of money that I can continue to make off of you.
The fact that parlay play just keeps hammering you with promo money, but then Underdog is just like, not today, buddy.
I did it again. Like I think it's after Monday Night Football. For whatever reason, they probably feel. I don't know why they feel sorry for me, because I won a 40x on Sunday, but they just like hammer me with promo funds. They're like, keep playing, bro. Like just keep. I think they do it on purpose to piss me off. They have to watch our live streams at this point. Anyway, sorry guys, we're just chatting. Let's get back to finding value. I think there's some value here on Underdog, Dustin, that we should just abuse. I haven't taken advantage of the Corbin Carroll. We're just going to build out a normal slip here under fantasy score. A lot of people hate this. A lot of people. I took the under 9.5 on Twitter, and I just got absolutely obliterated for it. He must be doing well right now. I don't know. I don't care. Guys, sports books are setting their lines on these player props that we are utilizing in these multipliers to determine if these fantasy scores are off. So all we're doing is using market knowledge, right? Markets know more than we do. Corbin Carroll has a 56.1% chance to go under. That's all we're saying. He could go over. 1,000%. He could go over. He does go over. He goes over a lot. But we're saying he has a better chance to go under than he does over, to a degree at which it's profitable on UD. I took Breece Hall. Did you take Breece Hall yet, Dustin?
No, I have not.
Well, let's go ahead and take Brees Hall under then for the stream. If you guys haven't taken advantage of Brees Hall, I don't know why this line isn't closing. Took the under at 65.5, took the over 59.5 on PrizePicks, middled that, and then we can take Fat again, under 12 if you guys really want. If you don't want to double dip there, you can go Nuke. Nuke under 10 is a great option.
Yeah, I think Nuke.
Nuke, okay. I took Nuke, but that's fine. If you guys haven't taken Nuke, take under 10 here.
Alvarez right there too, if you need it.
Also, Dustin, this is a hack. We have to talk to the engineers about this. I don't know if you heard if you were tuned in my live stream.
I'm the one that gave you that.
You
was
said
Sano. You thought it was Sano. You know, it was me.
That's a
had
hack.
you up, and it's positive correlation that they wouldn't let us get before. So
like you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do it with another BDS. Like I can't take another. Just for context, guys, you can't pair two League of Legends players from the same team like individually, which again makes no sense that they're offering two players within the same prop because they're literally giving us positive correlation. So I'm curious. Nuke correlation with Crowley, that's 20.5. Nuke is set to 10, right? So Crowley is set to 11.5. When you add those together, that is 21.5, right? Math is math. So taking you over here 20.5, you're getting that correlation, Dustin, and that slight edge.
Wait, Nuke has a combo?
Nuke and Crowley.
Okay.
I'm looking at it. Dude, Crowley is set to 11.5.
Artemis and Glory, same thing.
No, I know. No. I'm not talking about... Listen to what I'm saying. Nuke is set to 10 individually. Crowley is set to 11.5. Add those two together, 21.5, correct?
Right.
Nuke and Crowley's combo prop is set to 20.5. So it's 1 kill lower.
Yeah.
And you're getting that positive correlation. I don't know what Crowley looks like in terms of his odds on the books, but I'm saying this is a clear discrepancy to take advantage of.
Yeah, let me hit you with this one.
Okay.
Artemis is at 5.5
We're getting surgical out here, by the way.
Glory is set to 4.5 kills. Their combo square is 8.5. That math ain't mathing.
Artemis is set to what?
5 and 4.5. 5.5 and 4.5. So it's set to 8.5.
What? So that's 1.5 kills off. No, we're taking advantage of this immediately. We're taking over. Oh, wait, these two are playing each other. You can't do that. You can't do that.
No. But we can take advantage of one.
We can. I would take advantage of Artemis and Glory.
Yeah.
Let's get search. No. We're stop. Everybody stop the count. We're doing this right now on live stream. We're taking advantage of these combo props on UD. Are there any more combo props for League of Legends? I'm asking you, not the stream.
I know.
Area. Oh, this one's from a different game too. Arya and Udapon. Arya is set to 6. And Udapon is set to 6.5. So that's 12.5, right? What's their combo prop? 13. So that's a little bit too aggressive. It's only 0.5 off, right?
0.5, yeah.
I also want to take it a step further and make sure we're looking at the books here and making sure we're not just taking stupid props just based on just using UD as a point of reference, because that's never a good idea. So let's make sure these aren't stupid.
I'm looking at Artemis set to 5.5 on Hot Streak as well. Some juice.
Yeah, so I mean that's a great combo prop to take. Yep. Is Artemis on PrizePicks? No, Artemis is not. Wasn't he on here? Or was he just on UD?
A second ago.
Why is everybody leaving? This is like literally the best.
Now Glory set the 4.5 on Hot Streak and UD, but 4 on PrizePicks. But it's been bumping back and forth, so I still feel good about that with a 1.5.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good.
I mean, even if we got that in with some more plus.
All right, I'm going to use you then. I need you to look at the optimizer when I give you some players' names. So, all right, so Jimian is set to 8, and Shun is set to 12. That adds up to 20. That makes sense. That combo prop makes sense. Nuke and Crowley. Didn't we already talk about them? We did, right?
Yep. They're off by 1.
Oh, that's it. That's all we got. All right. Well, just Artemis and Glory then. That's the only one we got. Let's pair them with 2 more.
Yep. Let's see. Is that the middling tool, maybe?
We can check. We can check. Did we run dry here on the optimizer? Yeah, we did.
Well, we just talked about all those fantasy score plays, basically. So I figured.
Oh, wow. We've been on here for a long time.
Have we?
Longer than I thought.
42 minutes.
We can go Nate Noel over 101.5 rushing yards tonight. That's fun.
Yeah. Doesn't quite go with my game script, but hey, I'm in.
Doesn't matter. Value's value. Over 101.5 rushing yards. And then, we have Donk under 38. Under 38 kills.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. That got bumped to 37.5. Let me make sure that's still good. That's still good. Let's take it at 37.5. Swear to God, if this guy lands at 38, I'm going to be so mad. All right, that's a slip I'm entering. That's a surgical slip. If that hits, like I'm quitting DGF and I'm becoming a capper. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you, Dustin.
And in fact, if you refresh, Donk is at 38.
Is he?
Yeah.
He got bumped up? Are you sure? Were you actually able to get him at 38?
38. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I see it 38 in my app now. That doesn't make sense. This Artemis Glory line is completely off. So
Artemis Glory. It sounds like some type of higher up back in the day, like a king or something.
Yeah, it kind of does. All right. It's not letting us submit that. What are you talking about? I literally just entered it.
I just submitted it, yeah.
So yeah,
Glory, over 8.5 kills, Donk under 38, and Nate Noel over 101.5 rushing yards. Just got it in.
I just want to make sure that combo props only exist on UD right now. Is that a thing?
Oh, that's a good question.
No, not on Parlay Play. Because usually when one app does it, the others follow suit.
Ooh, NHL combo saves on Parlay Play. Does PrizePicks have that?
Yeah, by the way, guys, we haven't seen too much NHL value. Ooh, shots on goal combos. We need to get that on the
They do have combo saves. Yeah, see that.
Can I take Santander's over 1.5? Dustin, let's go ahead and answer these last couple questions, and we'll go ahead and sign off.
Do it.
Santander 1.5. We're going to take a look here. I'll tell you what side of that you should play.
I think some people have Yordan Alvarez. I'll pull that up as well.
Why do so many people have so many different things?
I don't know, but it's also Yordan Alvarez. Actually, if you got that one looks to be a really solid over 1.5 in comparison to what I had, where it's basically 50-50, 52.2% on the over, minus 140 DraftKings, minus 150 Bovada, then two books with about the even line. So looks to be solid compared.
Santander,
if that
favored for the over as well, by 1.34%. So yeah, take the over there.
Nice. I'm glad I got the one with the least edge. Thank you. You guys. Yeah, thank you. At least I got one, huh, Matt? At least I got one.
That's true. We got some questions in the chat here. I'm going to read from the bottom up. I have a question about the correlation tool. Should I wait till the day of the game? This is something we were talking about earlier before the stream. To place all these bets, or should I take them now? And can you explain the profit margin? Really good questions. The first question I will answer is that it's really up to you. And don't shoot me by saying that, because it really depends on your luck at that point. The one thing you shouldn't do is take them in the middle of the week when you know that all the props haven't dropped for that specific game. So think of it logically, guys. First of all, the answer is if you take a profitable slip, you're fine. Like, don't worry. But your profit should change based on the availability of other props later in the week, right? Like if our correlation tool is consistently scanning for more edge and more correlation combos, you would think that the more players that are being offered later in the week would present a better opportunity. But on the flip side, if I have a very soft line that got released per the opening lines of UD and PrizePicks, and those haven't been bumped yet, those present a great edge as well, just due to natural bumps. right? Like let's use Brees Hall for an example here. Set very aggressively on UD. If I took an overslip with him right now, right, that wouldn't make much sense, right? Like that would obviously not be a good. It wouldn't present that great of an edge for him at 65.5. So by waiting later in the week, once he settles, maybe that line then settles a little bit, in your favor if you're taking his over in a correlation slip. So there's two schools of thought in this process. Personally, I take the slip. I take all the slips like right before kickoff. I have been, and I hit a 25x, I hit a 20x, and I hit a 40x this past Sunday. Literally one on each app. I don't know how it ended that way, but does that answer your question? The profit margin just shows the percent profit based on the correlation combos along with the individual plus EV edge, and that shows as a percent of how much you should be able to profit in the long term if you're to play that slip at that given time.
Real quick, while you're waiting on maybe somebody to answer if that helped them, I did look up Corey Seager, 1.5 total bases for the boosted payout. The under of 1.5 total bases is slightly favored. It's not super favored, but it's slightly favored at the current time. The under of 1.5 total bases is what you should play if you have that as yours.
Yes.
And then real quick, Polanco, if you have over 1.5, or if you have 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, the over is slightly favored. Once again, just very 0.74% favored. So, I mean, kind of a toss-up, but I guess the over. And, yeah, those so I see somebody in there, Matt, asking about the special props, special lines on PrizePicks. Are they good/profitable or not?
Depends on the actual
props.
Now
that would be some math there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely do it, but like
probably only going to be for just a short period of time anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they're just setting these special lines around hype, right? Like the MLB playoffs, NHL just started, like that's the reason they're offering these, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely something we could look into. My first week, I got hoed a little because I lost by 3. By just 1, but I did still win. You're all over the place there, Jesse. Late to the chat, but Rip parlay play. I already missed the value that it had. Yeah, I do too. I mean, so my whole take with this is like there has to be some give, for sharp sports bettors. Like you have to give us something, right? Like we used to be able to go down to 53% for 6-man insured. You can't do that anymore. Yeah, I mean, it's a sad day for sharp sports bettors. Now, I also think that they will figure it out. We know that parlay play does adapt very fast. So, like, letting up some of these props is something I could see them doing. Giving more of an edge because they can't do that. These DFS apps do set their own projections, and they do have all the market knowledge that we have, usually. If they don't, then they're going to end up going out of business. Won't name names, but late to the chat. Oh, I just read that. Is it okay if I use the slip you gave out last stream on parlay play to pair with the free square? I recommend that. For a 7-man non-insured, yeah, I think that maximizes your potential upside. NHL correlation possible, yes, as long as they don't freaking nerf us, and as long as they don't limit the rules.
Yeah, and Matt, you've already mentioned it, that it's something that's being worked on to go ahead and get on the correlation tool as well, so.
I believe it's the same as soccer, right? Like one team is controlling the quote unquote pace, right? And they're playing from behind, right? So they're taking a lot more shots than the other team. So I think it's like almost identical to soccer in terms of the correlation. I don't think it's as extreme.
I guess kind of shots on goal, saves type of thing too as well.
Nerf this. He screams in the chat.
No, Ed's just trolling. He's a good one.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going off the rails there for a second. I hate that. Let's scroll up here. Yeah, I don't see any more questions. Unless you guys have any last bit of questions. Anything else you want to say before we close out?
No, I think that we get out of here because it looks like we got some work to do for the engineering team that we found here between the shots on goal combos and such. So I think we hammer that away. All right,
Yes,
that's
sir.
it, guys.
ETA on when NHL, dude. If I see one, and I promise you're not ignoring me, but if I see that question one more time, I'm gonna explode, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault for asking that. Definitely not. It's just like I've been asked so many times now. I feel like a broken record. ETA for NBA is before the season starts. NHL is around the exact same time as NBA. So like at the latest by week 1 of NBA, we'll have both. If that makes sense. Let's cash.
Let's cash, baby.
Outro scene.